So in the previous sessions, we saw how regression beta is not a good way to calculate the risk of your specific company. So the question arises, is there a better way to calculate the beta or the risk of your specific company? To understand that, we have to understand that the beta of a company does not come from a regression or a statistical number, but rather from the fundamental choices a company makes. Inherently, they are basically two important factors or choices that determine the risk of your specific company or the beta of your company. Number one, what kind of business your company is in. So let's take an example of two companies. One of the company is making bread, simple bread which we eat every day, and the other company is making luxury handbags. Which company do you think is more risky? If you think of bread, then you're absolutely right. Why? Because no matter what is the situation, we need to eat bread. Now for the second choice or the second factor determining your company beta, let's give you a very simple example. Let's assume you have a company whose capital structure is something like this. The company has a debt of $100 and the equity of $10 with a total capital of $110. Now let's assume the cost of debt rise by just 10%. So what do you think happens to the riskiness of the company? Does the company becomes more risky, or is become more safer, or is it more profitable, or it decreases profits? What will happen to it? If you think about it, the rise of cost of debt has effectively wiped the entire equity capital in the company. So the second factor that matters is what is the amount of debt or financial leverage your company is having in its capital. So let's recap. So what are the determinants of beta? The number one is the nature of business the company is operating in. That is, what products or services are being offered by the business you are trying to value. The more discretionary the product or service, the higher will be the beta or riskiness of the company. What it means? Cyclical companies have higher betas than non-cyclical companies. Cyclical companies like steel companies or metal companies will have higher betas. Why? Because when they are having a good cycle, all good things will become good and they will look better actually. And when the cycle is not there, when they're having a down cycle, the good things will become worse. Right? So cyclical companies will have higher betas than non-cyclical companies. Luxury or high prices good firms will have higher betas in basic goods. I think that's very understandable. If I'm selling very extremely high luxury products and let's say a huge disease hit, I don't know, like COVID, then what will happen to those luxury prices? Those luxury goods, the demand will be lower, right? So a luxury high price goods will have higher beta because they have a much more discretionary product. You can delay the purchase of that luxury product. And companies selling discretionary products like luxury handbags, as we talk about, will have higher betas than companies selling products of daily use like bread, because when the times are tough, consumers can delay buying the luxury product. Now the second one, which we talked about, is a financial leverage. Higher the debt, higher the risk the company has. That is, higher the beta the company has. So companies with high debt will have higher betas than companies with lower debt. The higher the debt in your capital structure, the greater the risk in your company and greater the beta in your company also. So do you realize what we did different than when we were doing a regression beta? Instead of focusing on a pure statistical number by taking regression of your company's return and comparing it with the returns of the total market, we focused on the fundamentals of the business. What I meant by the fundamentals, we focused how much of the revenues you are getting from each business. Because if you have multiple streams of business, then we will see the revenue streams from each of the business. What kind of business are you in? And how much of the debt is there in your business? So effectively, these are the things that determines your beta and not a statistical regression number.